H. I'm just kidding. I don't like the Buckeyes. They can suck my dick. Went to Kent State, bitch. Golden Flashes. MAC football. You like touchdowns? I like field goals. That's what it is. You like when the quarterback throws and scores a touchdown? Not me. We get our points field goals. I'm a little guy. Kiki! She's still in this business?
Parker says, aha, so you did report it. Well, I mean, I talked about it on the show after his Coke stream. I kind of doesn't that kind of counts as reporting it. I mean, I'm talking about it openly. I was named in the search warrant, for Christ's sake.
And see, I still don't, and something always comes out about him. Something always comes out. Not reporting it sooner. The day before the
Kiki, don't you feel dirty knowing this was your friend?
arrest.
This was like your buddy. You flew out. You guys bought plane tickets to go see this guy to stay at his house.
And I'm not speaking out of school because I know it happened. He calls me and says,
hit the like button.
I'm like, yes. He's like, should I report them to CPS?
This is so dirty.
And I was like, do you think you should?
This is dirty.
He said, I don't know. I said, man, not that they.
You got to like this whole new fad of podcasting where they're reading each other's text messages and spilling the dirt on each other for views and clicks.
They shouldn't have been reported. Clearly, allegedly, there was a lot of fucking fucked up shit going on. So whoever did it, I mean,
it was him.
Apparently, it was not him. Aaron.
It was him.
Right? But like right when he knows the shit's about to come out, he like needs some sort of bizarre, like someone to know, like, should I report them to CPS? I'm like, wait, CPS? What's our
Keanu, you were friends with him. You were legit friends with this guy. I knew from the get-go he was a douchebag from day one. The very first time I saw him on camera talking about me, I go, this guy's a douchebag. You guys legitimately became friends. You flew out to see him. You stayed at his home. You went to Stoney's with him. You went to breakfast with him. You hung out on his patio. And now you're throwing him under the bus? Now you're throwing him under the bus. I'm not defending Aaron, but don't you think he needs a friend right about now? Are we going to go all in with April? Are we going to go all in with April? Last time I checked, she got arrested and pretend like she wasn't living at that home. They found her credit cards in his master bedroom with cocaine on them. Sounds like she's not on the up and up herself. You guys were hanging out with some white trash, dog. Aaron was sucking up to Gino because he was on Compound Media and he was 1 degree away from Anthony Cumia. But you guys were legit friends with this guy. So when you rip on him now, it's just gross, man. But I guess you learned that from the Chrissy Mayer School of Broadcasting. The Chrissy Mayer School of Grifting on the right. Holy shit. I'm funny, dude. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what Anthony Cumia. I'm hilarious. I'm fucking hilarious. This October will be my 21 years in comedy. The anniversary. The very first time I went up and did well, not the very first time I did stand up. We all know the first time was with Ray DeVito at the Robin Hood. But the very first time I became a comedian is when I went in October of 2004, I believe. Am I getting this right? Yeah. I went to the Ha Ha Cafe. I was at the Hollywood Improv the night before, getting drunk. Rita Piazza comping my meals because she felt bad. I broke up with my girlfriend. I'm from Cleveland. She kind of took me in like a stray cat. She became motherly to me, comping my tabs, letting me into the showroom for free, watching comedians go to the stage, watching Dane Cook in his heyday take the stage, a young Jim Norton, Jeff Ross, Sarah Silverman, and is watching comedians coping with my breakup. To the love of my life, Sarah, who's happily married with 2 kids, and she totally upgraded and made a great decision. Anyway, long story short, to cope with the breakup, I just focused on stand-up. And I just went all in every night. I do stand up. Very first place I went, Haha Cafe in the Valley, 818 till I die. You got it. Brody Stevens. Whoa, muscle milk.
Protein, magnets, apple cider vinegar. I take it and you should too.
So I would go to the Haha Cafe, throw down $5 for 5 minutes. $5 would get you a beer or Coca-Cola. At the time, I wasn't drinking, so I drank Coca-Cola. I was so focused. I wasn't jaded in this business. I wanted to be a stand-up. I was like, yeah, I want to do this, man. I was all in. I was writing every day. I had my book. I was always carrying around my book. I was taking notes. And I went there. I put down $5. I went on stage with this shitty act in front of a bunch of comics that were just thinking about their own jokes. But I was on a comedy stage. I took photos of me on the stage with a microphone. And little did I realize there was a young up-and-comer doing stand-up comedy for the very first time on the exact same day as me. And he went on to be Mr. Chris D'Elia. Yes, I started the same day Chris D'Elia did. And we would see each other every day at these open mics. Haha Cafe, the Coffee Bean. I'd go on the one place over on Sunset. I'd start at 4, and we'd just go mic after mic after mic. And then I met Whitney Cummings. Name drop. And Whitney was all in. She would pick me up at 4. We'd go to the Valley. We'd go to Haha. We'd drive around mic after mic after mic. And then Whitney all of a sudden got passed at the Laugh Factory from out of nowhere. We're like, holy shit, you just started. And then, look, we became a her. And we'd see Anthony Jeselnik at these. And then we thought he was a hero because I think he did stand-up comedy on Kimmel. I think he had a premium blend. We were like, oh, my God, this guy's famous. No one knew who he was. He was just bombing. But these were that was my class. Jeselnik, Cummings, and D'Elia. And then I moved back to Cleveland, and I was doing the road because I realized I'm already past the Hollywood Improv. I've only been doing stand-up for a year. I don't want to get exposed. It was a completely different animal back then to what it is now. Back then, you just wanted to be a great stand-up. Now you got like a million on TikTok. You're trying to sell tickets even though you suck as a stand-up. Full disclosure, this is a great story. I'll get back to the super things and I'll scratch your back. You scratch mine. Shake and a nod, handshake. Let's do this shady deal. So I like them young. Whoa! Hit the like button or don't. Or don't. Motherfucker, I'm going to do a hype train. I don't give a fuck anymore. There's the guy who played young Bert in The Machine. His name's Jimmy. He's an actor guy. Fuck. What was his name? This guy. The Machine movie. Let me pull it up. Jimmy Tatro. This guy. Here, let me pull him up. This is a good story. I never told this one. So what I would do, here he is, this guy, Jimmy Tatro. I guess he's been in some shit. But he played young Bert in The Machine. He's been in some shit. He's been around. He was a nice guy. I hung out with him that week. Anyways, what I would do is I'd go through comedy club websites and I'd look for viral sensations that could sell tickets or guys were known from like something. So comedy clubs automatically want to book them because they can, get asses in the seats. But I would know they weren't going to be good at comedy. I think in the beginning, Steve-O was that guy. Steve-O's the nicest guy in the fucking world, but he was a shit comedian. I mean, he was bad. And I don't have any beef with Steve-O. He's a nice guy. Anyways, so I would find these TikTok, well, not the time it was TikTok. It was just like viral video guys. And I'd ask the feature for them. I'd contact the booker. And 9 times out of 10, I would blow them out of the water. Not that I was a great comic. I just knew what I was doing and they didn't. So they would always like, can you do longer? Instead of 20, can you do 35? Can you do 40? Because they're not feeling it. So I featured for that Jimmy guy in Nashville. I feel bad saying this because he was a nice guy. Because he wasn't that good of a comic. He sucked. And I looked great. So after the show, people were always coming up to me. You were funnier than the headliner. You get that all the time, but in that case, I was. In that case, I was funnier than the headliner. I knew it. So I would do that all the time, and that's how I'd get into these clubs. And that's how I started headlining clubs myself without a bunch of credits. Anyways, back to Chris D'Elia and all. So I throw down $5. I do the Ha Cafe, and I just did it every single fucking day, nonstop. I moved back to Cleveland, and I was doing gigs with Tosh. I was doing a bunch of gigs with Tosh, and then Bo Matthews saw me open for him and asked if I was interested in a job in radio, and that's how it all started. And here we are today. Let's go. All aboard the hype train. Let's go. We're having it. Kiki's in here, and she's got a membership. Everyone was required to dance like this at my wedding. Are they going to do the hype train at your wedding, Kiki? That'd be hilarious. If you guys hype trained at the wedding that I'm not invited to, oh, it would be awkward. Me and Chrissy hanging out. Frank. Anthony. Hey, guys, what's going on? Hey, Ant, what's going on? Hey, Anthony, thanks for writing awful things about me in your book. Appreciate that.